Some of my greatest role models consistently remind their followers to take risks. That the fact that you are alive, the fact that you have to survive and really hold on to your philosophy to get things done, you got to take risks in life. Otherwise, you're really not going to get anywhere. And we're very risk averse because a lot of people around us, our environment has consistently taught us that, keep your head down, or you're going to get in trouble, or, oh, don't do that. Remember that other person that did that? They messed up. You don't want to be like that person, do you? And the reality is that the world that we're living in has changed a lot. And I think the way that we've been taught to approach our journeys and our love of self or our philosophies is kind of antiquated. Mainly because our school systems are being taught by people that really haven't achieved that much in the real world. And so if the blind teach the blind, where are we at? I wanted to make this video to convince you to take some risks in your life. The reality is, if you don't, you're probably not going to end up with all the opportunities that you should have, and you're not going to have the chance to express yourself the way that you should. We need to view life almost like a game, I think, to get the most out of it, because if there's always a fear of failure, we're not going to try new things. We're going to stay kind of the way that we are, and we're going to believe that we're something that we're not. Really, like innately, like most children are born geniuses. I think all children are technically born geniuses, and then the world kind of brings us down. And the way that we educate ourselves tends to be very systematic, tends to be something that's kind of imposed on us by larger systems that are in play. And I'll go and tell you something that I came across recently on Instagram. Obviously, the best place for information, but there was this guy that was trying to start this, well, he is successfully, I guess, starting this mastermind of international entrepreneurs and trying to get people motivated to, do a lot of the stuff that a lot of people on the internet are honestly saying these days, which I think is a humanity's cry for emotional intelligence and advancement. But he was basically saying that a lot of our stuff is owned by like these massive corporations, Vanguard and BlackRock. If you heard those names, I really haven't, but I believe it. I mean, if there was an intelligent business person that started something that acquired some of the larger trends, some of the larger forces, brands in society that influence the way that we eat, the way that we travel, the way that we think or are taught, then I think it would behoove that organization or behoove that those business people to make everything as standard as possible. And the reality is that the human condition doesn't really allow us to be standard and happy. Our uniqueness, our individuality is required, and without stepping into that, without really pushing our bounds and forcing ourselves to go into a direction that we feel with our souls, our bodies is a correct way to go, we're never really going to be all that happy. And the reality is that all the other people that need our energy, all the other people that might need our help or our words, whatever it is, they might not be able to get that. And that would limit, by domino effect or butterfly effect, whatever effect you say, or whatever spiritual or waves or whatever, it's very important for us to take the risk to become the person that we should become, or that we want to become. And that means that when opportunities come our way, we got to take them. We really do. And let me talk about a couple of the risks that people avoid. People avoid the risk of maybe getting into a relationship, right? I'm guilty of such things because we think there is a waste of time, because we think human beings aren't awesome, because we believe that we know everything. That's a terrible risk not to take because we're wrong. The beauty of our life boils down to the amount of organisms that we touch, that we figure out, that we try to relate with. You know, it helps us to contextualize the difficult things, the things in between. Another risk that people don't take is people don't invest. So more people are likely to buy a product like a candy bar, right? Or like a glass of coffee, or like a television. More people are likely to buy $1,000 worth of stuff than they are to buy a course that will teach them something that their school never could. Because for most of us, the 1,000 down at that time is so big of a risk that we just assume that because we don't take it, that we didn't suffer because we don't take it, right? Not taking that risk, not buying that course, not putting yourself in a situation where you really have to think for like half of a second at least about why you're doing something. We're just going to continue to get kind of plugged in wherever these larger corporations, the society wants us to get plugged in. That's just how it is. Like, if we want to escape the matrix, or if we want freedom in our life, it's earned. And it's earned through taking risks, because risks are something that most people in society, we've grown up consistently with people telling us that life is not a game, that life is something that should be approached very delicately, something that you should watch your steps, you should watch what you say, you should watch what you look like. And the reality is that the people that we take the greatest inspiration from are not doing any of those things. So why do we assume that's the right way to go? Taking risks is essential. All right, so we got relationships, we got money. What about time? Right, so a lot of us don't get into hobbies, for instance, because the time that it takes to get decent at something is a risk. Because people are going to look at us and say, what, you dance, you sing, you like to play an instrument? Aren't you supposed to be a doctor? Aren't you supposed to, aren't you a serious business person? Aren't you like the head of your household? Don't you have like a family to take care of? You know, all of these things can hold us back a lot. And the reality is, if we don't take the risk of spending the time, which can go with the other two things as well, if we don't take the risk of spending the time, the most valuable currency that we have, we will never learn something new about ourselves and about other people, other things, just anything new. We have to spend the time to get into things, to be excited about things, to have the opportunity to fail at things. Otherwise, we will not improve ourselves as human beings and probably be consistently less useful than we should be. If that makes any sense. I know it's a big rant on risk, but it's something that I'm trying to convince myself of too, because I'm entering a stage of my evolution as an entrepreneur where I have to take risks, because I'm making money now to a point where saving money is a risk, which is funny too, because to most of us it's not. We can just sit on it and it's cool, but when you sit on money, it actually degrades. It becomes less useful. Basically, the economics behind everything that we've been taught, the financial structure of everything that we've been taught, is essentially the philosophy that will keep us in the system. Literally, like, almost everything that we've been taught in public education is a way to allow the people that put this stuff into motion to feel like they have the right philosophy about the world. And frankly, if you're a philosopher in any capacity, if you're watching these videos, if you've made it to this point in the video, you probably know that there's a lot of other things that we need to know in life, and a lot of other ways to live life. And it's literally just a matter of how we spend our time as to whether or not we'll get the results we want. And taking risks, highly recommend it. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. You know what I also recommend is, if you made it to this far in the video, smash that thumbs up button. Helps me a lot. Every thumbs up essentially moves this huge Terabify ship along into the ethereal space I suppose it belongs in. But I hope you found these messages interesting, and I hope they hit you right. If you're looking for more motivation or something, or really anything in life, throw me a comment. I'd love to hear about it. And if you have some time, check out this thing. This is a video I made a while back about how society is changing. As I continue this channel, I'll be probably creating more videos about how society is changing, mainly through education that I receive via investing in myself and taking what most people consider as risks. So, actualize your potential, my friend. This world needs you. Take care.